With the Dreams and Nightmares skins finally being announced, we've got to bring back the issues with it as well. Sneaky little Valve didn't tell us which knife or gloves possibly are going to be in this case, and this could definitely lead to a huge issue. So in this video, let's talk about why and how the Dreams and Nightmares case could affect the CSGO investing scene and just the market in general. So as always, if you do enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And just before we get into it, be sure to check out my sponsor, Skinport. Skinport is a CSGO marketplace where you can find some insane discounts and save a ton of money buying CSGO skins. For example, if you're looking for a new knife skin, a Karambit Stained is only going to cost you $243 on Skinport, while they're nearly $330 on Steam Market. So you're obviously saving a ton of money. And not to mention, if you're looking to sell skins for real money, Skinport only has a 6% selling fee on items over $1,000 and a 12% selling fee on items under $1,000. So stop getting ripped off on the Steam Market today and sign up with Skinport with that link in the description. But for now, let's get right into the video. So first, let's cover the actual skins that Valve announced are going to be added in the game. I know on Twitter and Reddit especially that people are not happy with pretty much all of these skins, saying the vast majority of them don't deserve their spots in this case, there was better options, etc, all this stuff. That's what the people are saying. I think no matter what skins Valve put in this case that we were going to get this response from the community. Is there skins out there that I would have personally chosen to put in instead? Yeah, probably, but I mean, it's completely up to personal opinion, so I don't really care that Valve chose something else. But once again, at the end of the day, each one of these creators is getting $100,000, so people are bound to be upset when they see something they aren't too big of a fan of when that much money's on the line. But throughout this entire post that Valve made, there is no mentions at all of a knife, gloves, rare special item, anything like that. Obviously, it was not included in the contest. They didn't ask people to go make a knife, they said go make some skins. So the knives and everything like that were left up to Valve. And because of this, especially from an investing standpoint, or if you just own a certain case like the Riptide case, it can definitely spell a lot of trouble. This is something that I mentioned at the very beginning when the Dreams and Nightmares case first got announced, but if the case has the same knives as the Riptide case, it's going to cause a huge plummet in price in the Riptide case. Why would anybody want to buy it? Well, we're just going to have a new case that's presumably going to be dropped en masse to the entire CSGO player base for completely free. Why would you go in the Operation Riptide shop and spend your stars on a Riptide case? Well, you could just wait and get a drop, or just buy it on the Steam Market for cheaper after it's been out for a few days. Which pretty much just means, to put it simply, rest in peace to the Riptide case price. And if you don't believe me, we saw the same exact thing happen with Shattered Web case prices when Fracture cases got released, which of course had the same knives as Shattered Web. And of course the same thing happened with the Broken Fang case when the Snakebite case got released. So this shouldn't be too big of a surprise if it does happen. The price is just going to absolutely collapse, and it definitely leaves the old case as a dead investment, seemingly from there on out, which is why I said from the very beginning, do not invest in these Riptide cases. You could spend your stars on them to sell them right away and then make your money back for the battle pass, but do not invest in them for long term. It's simply not worth it because something like this is bound to happen eventually, even if it's not with the Dreams and Nightmares case. And especially this time around where cases are so easy to get in the shop and hundreds of thousands of them exist, the same thing is going to happen in Riptide case's price if we see the Dreams and Nightmares case with the same exact knives. But there is of course a possibility that we don't see that happen. Obviously, it'd be cool if we got knives themed around the Dreams and Nightmares theme, but I mean, I don't know if Valve wants to put in the effort to do that. But another really interesting thing to consider is that, are we even going to see this case in-game like a normal drop, like something like a Prisma case or a Graffiti? Something that you get dropped in the game after the game ends. Is the Dreams and Nightmares case going to be like that, or is it going to be a new thing that we haven't seen before? This whole contest is a completely new idea that Valve hasn't tried before, and maybe we'll just get a curveball of how it can be received in game. Maybe it'll become an operation award. I have no idea, honestly. Personally, I just find it kind of weird for them to throw it in game and for it to be a random drop, since it's a scheduled thing that the community has known about for quite a while now, and just throwing it in the games kind of seems weird to me, but maybe I'm just insane and overthinking it. I would honestly love to know what you guys think about that when it comes to that. Is it just going to be a normal drop like we always see new cases be, except when they're operation cases? I have no idea, because this one is being released in the middle of an operation as well, which, I mean, definitely adds to the layer of mystery. But now, as for when the actual case is going to get added to the game, all CSGO devs said in the post is that, quote, we're currently contacting the artists and we'll work with them over the coming weeks as we prepare their items to get shipped in the game. So it does look like we've still got a bit of time till these things are actually implemented. None of the skins even have names yet and are just listed as AK, MP9, MP7, etc. on the official CSGO site. So yeah, once again, definitely some time. It doesn't look like these are coming anytime soon. I mean, we've still got a few weeks out. So some very interesting things to keep in mind for the future. Number one, are we possibly going to see more contests like this for every new case in CSGO, possibly even the next operation, even the collections, as I think giving the entire CSGO community a chance to design operation skins would be sick and get us some really unique designs. Apparently the CSGO dev team reviewed over 15,000 entries for this Dreams and Nightmares collection, so giving a cash prize has definitely shown that it gets a lot more people to notice it, rather than just having a community workshop where, I mean, it's just there and Valve doesn't really talk about it at all. If you know about it, you know about it. If you don't, you don't. Before this, the only way you could really even think about making money by designing CSGO skins is if you looked it up, and the vast majority of the scene isn't going to know that, especially newer players, and a lot of them are going to be talented artists. So I think it's a great way to get a ton of more submissions, and I hope to see it again in the future. But number two, how is this case going to be implemented in the game is a huge question as well, and one I covered earlier in the video. And finally, number three, what knife or rare special item is this thing gonna have? And if Valve does contests like this again in the future, can we assume that we're gonna see the same trend of them including a rare special item like this time around, possibly one we've seen before? Or is it gonna actually fit with the theme and be something new? Either way, Valve obviously going to be secretive until we see the case release, so it's going to be really interesting. Maybe I'm hyping up a rare special item that it's going to be an old one, but who knows? Either way, I think that any way you put it, getting a community case like this where you get a lot of talented artists that get the chance to get a ton of money from making some cool skins is good for everybody. Even if you don't like the skins that Valve went with, I think if Valve decides to do this with the operation collections in the future, that we can get some really sick results out of this, and I do hope to see them do this again. But besides all that, I think that does wrap it up for this video. So as always, if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.